Hi, I'm Fruzone, I'm a big Marvel fan, and today I want to talk about a few predictions and a lot of suggestions I have for the MCU franchise. Most of my predictions are about Avengers Secret Wars, the last Marvel movie that has been announced to this date. And I think Chris Evans will return in this one. And Marvel will bamboozle us, and it will be great. What I think will happen, our heroes will walk down the streets through the multiverses and see Chris Evans over there. And he will be like, Steve? Is that you? And Chris Evans will react like, huh? Flames on! And he will fly away. Because it's not Chris Evans Captain America, it will be Chris Evans the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four movies. And it would be an amazing surprise to see him in this role. I would absolutely love that twist. And when that happens, they will try to tease us with Robert Downey Jr. I think they will film a man from behind with the silhouette of Robert Downey Jr., but that's not him. And a little bit later, a high-tech silver Iron Man suit will land in front of them. And Spider-Man will be like, Tony? You're alive? The face shield will open. And it will not be Robert Downey Jr., but it will be Tom Cruise, the original casting for Iron Man. And in this movie, he will portray Superior Iron Man. And if I have to do another guess, near the very end of the film, Robert Downey Jr. will appear or have a voice acting role as some kind of hologram or so. But I think he will be there. The theater will cheer and lose their minds. And later when the movie is out, I think everybody on the internet will be very mad, all the reviewers, because it will be milking the franchise. And I think that's how it will go. Right now, it really looks like Marvel is trying to explore the more child-friendly, comedy, goofy side of Marvel and see what sticks. And nothing is sticking. A lot of the fans, or at least myself, would love to see another project like Deadpool or Logan. It is really funny, it can be serious, and it is R-rated. It looks amazing, and with everything I have seen, I really think Marvel should have stopped after Endgame, take a little break, and just start over all again. But first I want to talk about 3 projects I would love to see with the current universe that we have now. I would love to see a prequel about Thanos. Because Thanos has a quite sad backstory actually. He was born purple and got bullied a lot. He saw something was going on his planet but nobody listened and everything collapses. I would love to explore his point of view, about his mindset, about why he does what he does and why he thinks it's right. I think that movie would be excellent if executed well, of course. The second project I would love to see is a series based on the Norse mythology. I had read an audiobook about it and the stories are truly amazing and so fun to listen to. I was imagining these stories with the current actors and I thought, damn, that would be absolutely insane to see these moments in a series. Marvel hiring experts on the field, filming as much as possible in Norway, and just do these amazing stories justice. Please make it happen. And the last project would be a 10 to 20 minute short film about Michael Peña just repeating every movie from the start till the end, till Endgame. Just everything in a style like he did in Ant-Man. That would be so cool. I think I can speak for everybody when I say I was kinda mad he wasn't in Ant-Man. He was a pretty important character and he wasn't even mentioned, I think. Why? And let's talk about a few ideas that I have in my mind and would love to see. So all the movies that have been announced, just make them, get over with it, and when that's done, start over with a clean slate. Just start in another universe and start in the past. There are so many ways you can go and try to mix it up. Just start over. Start with the X-Men. Start with the Fantastic Four. Or start with any unused character. There are hundreds to choose from that have never been used and have amazing stories in the comics. Use them. Stop rebooting everybody. I think one of the biggest issues now is everything feels rebooted, because it kinda is. We have Captain America, She-Hulk, we have Hawkeye, we have Black Widow. Everybody gets rebooted and compared to the original. And even if the characters would be better than the original, it will always feel like some kind of competition between the two. And it will never really work, I think. Especially when you have so much source material with new characters. And people would go insane to see some new characters on the big screen. And I would really understand if they reused some old characters, such as the Hulk or Doctor Strange or the Illuminati group. I would get that, but at least make it comic accurate or somewhat in that range. And overall, just take your time with the project. Hire some people who really care about the stuff you do. And yes, Marvel is owned by Disney now. Disney bought basically every franchise ever at this point, and I understand they have to make some money back. But please don't abuse the power you have over all those big names you have. Nobody asked for the amount of content you made over the past years. Unfortunately, a lot of people that I know just stopped caring about Marvel. Big fans, but it was just too much and the quality wasn't there anymore. I would much rather have 3 great movies a year than a few series, 5 movies and all that stuff that doesn't really matter. Just hire people who care about your stuff. Hire great writers, great storytellers, just great team, and communicate with each other. Marvel has always been known for having great VFX in their movies. When you watch the film, it was a truly spectacle. A lot was happening and it was amazing to see. But now it has become their weakness. I think a lot of other shows and films are really nailing it at the moment. The Last of Us series looked amazing. They used so much practical effects and they really cared about the show, the content, how everything was filmed. You could just see and feel they cared, and it just showed off. Another example is The Batman. They did so much practical and the style was magnificent. I loved that movie. And even Shazam 2, it felt so over the top. They are superheroes, but somehow it felt more believable than Ant-Man in Quantumania. Because at least the characters seem to blend in and it just feels right. And Ant-Man, you see the actor in front of a screen and it just doesn't work. So in the next project, please choose somebody with a lot of experience who can take a look what can be done practically, what should be VFX, and give the VFX team their time to finish it. Pay them well, because we all know you make a lot of money and you can afford it and we can wait. I know Disney, Marvel, it's a company. A company is supposed to make money just like any other. And film is an art form. When we are watching a movie, we just want to escape and see another world, see a piece of art. But it really feels like Disney's just making something to make money. So why not do both? And at the end of the day, what do you want your legacy to be? To be a really successful company and you have a lot of money to buy boats or something, or be someone who made some great films and just made millions of people happy and made some piece of content to unite us all and something we can keep rewatching, keep reliving, and keep caring about. I think the second thing is a lot more important than just making more money. I just want to have that feeling again when I finished Infinity War and had to wait 1 year to watch Endgame. All the fans, everybody loved it. It was one big community. We haven't had anything like that since. Although Spider-Man 3 was amazing. I loved it. But other than that, it had some pretty fun projects. I have to admit it, I'm still a fan, but a lot of the stuff could be a lot better. Oh, and one more thing. If Marvel starts over with Phase 1.2, or however we are going to call it, let Doctor Doom be the next Thanos-like villain. And I'm not talking about Doctor Doom from the movies. I'm talking about the real Doctor Doom from the comics. A lot of people don't know, but he might be one of the most interesting and best characters in all of Marvel. He's just so intelligent. He has armor, he knows how to use magic, and he's always 3 steps ahead of everybody. He would be the perfect villain, and especially if we give him enough time. And the last thing I want to talk about, Marvel, if you have a test audience, please find a new one, because I think some people have to be honest with you guys. Maybe if I had the honor to see the movies a little bit earlier and give my opinion, I would be kinda influenced as well and staying in your bubble and say, wow, this was amazing, this is so hilarious. That's the best idea you guys ever had. Sometimes it really feels like the series or movies are written inside a bubble. Just a bubble of the writers and all yes men. Everybody thinks it's hilarious and everybody is just escalating it until... Okay, and a big disclaimer, everything I have just mentioned are all opinions of mine, and I know a lot of you will probably not agree with me, which is fine, and I'm always open to suggestions, and of course I don't know everything and I might be wrong in a lot of cases, but that's just my opinion. And I have the feeling a lot of you will agree with me at some points and disagree with others, which is fine. And if you stuck with me till the end, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video. Oh, and one thing, MODOK looked awful. Why did they make him look like a Snapchat filter? I think he could be fixed easily if they made him into an animatronic. Now he just looks like goofy CGI. If they only outsourced it to a company like this, MODOK would have been terrifying and he would be so much better. So much better. And maybe even cheaper. Why? Why? Why are you still here?